This final year journey for me has been a really crazy one, even to the point of deciding to make it personal. There were times when I felt like I just could not go on. There were times when I honestly felt like giving up, like it just didn't make any sense to me. I'm a printmaker, but the things that my school allows in printmaking didn't really open my horizons to that much. So I had to literally teach myself a technique that was never taught to me in school. That part was not that much frustrating, but it did take a lot out of me. But what took the most out of me was being able to tell my story the way I did. I had sleepless nights. I worked mainly in my kitchen. I was told to work in my studio, but I just couldn't. Being in a confined space is not me. That's not productive to how I work. So I chose to work in my room and I chose my working hours very specifically. In that if I'm not in the mental space to do it, I just couldn't. And that was my work. I didn't force it to become anything that it wasn't. I allowed it to grow. I allowed it to flourish. And the funny thing that happened was that while working, the work started to change me as an individual. And I started to see things in myself that I've never seen before, like my struggle with seeing who everyone thinks I am, the beautiful person that's supposed to stare back at me in the mirror. I didn't see that girl. I saw someone battling with low self-esteem, someone who just thought of herself as average, someone who placed everyone above her, someone who bottled up her feelings and just walked around feeling numb inside. Many may not know it, but I've been struggling with depression my entire life. So this final year process really brought me back to the core of that, and it really like dragged the life out of me. Like sometimes I just felt like I literally couldn't, and I thought about ending it, but then I thought about my mother, and I thought about my family and how far we've come and how much they've sacrificed. And I honestly just had to push on. I had to pray. I had to talk myself out of it. I had to be strong. And I know that there are a lot of people out there experiencing the same thing that I am. And people are telling them you need to be quiet, you need to get over it. No. Pain demands to be felt. You need to go back and face that situation. Don't push it away just because everyone says you should. It's not okay. You're going to be the one living with that, and it's going to affect all your decisions moving forward in your life. So if there is something that you have that's bothering you, I'm hoping to create a series from this work. Please, please, please talk to somebody. And if there's nobody to talk to, pray about it. But don't keep it bottled up inside, because it will create other problems for you. And it will manifest into other things. And in this society, we take these things for weaknesses, but it's not. The person is strong for going through whatever they're struggling with. Depression, anxiety, all those things. It's not a joke, and it shouldn't be treated lightly. No, it's not just something that you can brush off. No, it's not just something that's going to go away. It's something that's very much real. It's not a decision that I make whether I want it to bother me. It just does. And post-traumatic stress disorder is also very real and needs to be treated as such. Don't just tell me to get over it. Don't just tell me that, hey, it's happened already, you can't change anything. That's not the way to go about the situation. And those things just leave me feeling even more scarred, to the point where I just locked out everyone. But what this work really taught me is how to open up, how to see the light at the end of the tunnel, how to not think about ending it, how to actually see the beautiful person that's supposed to be looking back at me in the mirror. And I just want to share my story with you. In the following clip, you'll see an interview that I did, and I hope my work inspires something in you who's watching this right now. Just to know that you are not alone, and These are things that everyone faces. So I hope you enjoy what this video that I've made.
Alright, yeah. Don't look in my life, look on me.
Well, you do what I do.
No, alright, so start.
My name is Kimura Wollery. I attend Elamani School of Visual Arts, and I'm doing my BFA in printmaking.
Alright, so tell me about your body of work.
My body of work essentially is a form of therapy for me, seeing that I grew up in a very violent household, my father being the abuser, which is why he's not placed in the work, because I just don't see the value of him or necessity anymore. My work is done in screen printing. These are all prints. The different elements in my work, like for instance, I have old photos of myself, is just to signify that I had to become the broken little girl that was seeing all of this in order to heal from the situation. So that's even why my work has a phrase where it said, she became what she feared, there she found herself. So it's to show, no, it's not my mommy, because people tend to think it's my mommy. But she's just there because she's a symbol of light and hope through all of that. So I had to put her in there to kind of keep me going while creating the work. But that phrase really symbolizes the whole process of me as an adult now having to go back into that stage and remembering all that was happening, remembering how I felt, realizing that it's caused problems for me even though with low self-esteem and how I vision myself. And you can see that reflected in the work where I have holes, I have writings, I have scratches and misprints in my rose, but my mommy's rose is very much untouched. So it's just to show how much I think of her versus how much I think of myself. And there's a silhouette in there where I literally laid on the work and I broke the silhouette to show me opening up. That's this piece, and these faces are actually coming out of my actual journal, and it symbolizes the imagery that I just could not get out in words. The things that even though I had to go back and face them, I could not just come to terms with them just like that. So I use that face as kind of a screaming imagery. The other piece that I have is folded in the form of a nappy or a diaper, which you can look at in two ways. The diaper protects the baby, but the diaper also keeps in the baby's discharge. For me, what that represents is the fact that I'm trying to keep my issues together while still trying to hide from the public eye. So that's the struggle of what I went through to get this work even to where it is now. I had to battle a lot with what I wanted people to see versus what I felt like I couldn't handle being on display, knowing that I would eventually have to sit and talk about it. So one word shows the struggle and one word shows the coming into being and accepting what the work is.
Alright, so do you plan to take this work further than it is now?
I would very much like to, because a popular opinion that's been said is whether or not the work is going to show a victory, whether or not it's going to tell more than just the story of this broken little girl that never got the love of her father. And yes, I would like to show that, but as it is now, I am currently writing that chapter of my life. So that part of the work probably won't come right now, but eventually when I feel healthy enough, let's put it like that, healthy enough where I've come to love myself and appreciate everything that I'm doing to be able to create that part. But definitely I would love to bring it forward, probably in film or photo, but it's just the beginning.
Alright, thank you. Go and give me an ugly one, please.
That's the way you did nervous about in the first place. You were nervous for no reason.
To close off, I just want to say that regardless of what anyone is saying to you, you're strong, you're not weak, and you can do this. Pain demands to be felt. You can survive your situation. You can come back around. There is, in fact, light at the end of the tunnel. Just believe in yourself, talk to somebody, pray, but don't sit down and let the situation fester. I wish you all the best, and I thank you for taking the time to listen and to view this video that I've made. I hope it has inspired you, and I hope that moving forward, you will be better able to even approach the situation. And I will leave a link at the bottom of this video so that you can contact me with your stories if you want. But thank you again for watching, and I hope that this video really helped and inspired you as well.